Hi there. I'm getting ready for the midterm elections, the government's version of an awards show. Keep watching to see how much the midterms and award shows have in common. It's bad news. Here we are at the midterm elections, affectionately known as the middies. No one seems to be around. I was afraid of that. The middies are like the awards show everyone's heard of, but no one knows what channel it's on. But these elections are still a big deal. They happen once every 4 years. They're between presidential elections, just like how the SAG Awards go unnoticed each year before the Oscars. Here at the midterms, each state gives a combination of the top 3 most coveted awards. Seats in the U.S. Senate, seats in the House of Representatives, and some states crown a new governor. And there are a lot of seats at play here tonight. We've got a third of the Senate seats up for grabs, all 435 House of Representatives fighting for the prize, and 36 governors all contending for a top title. Yes, folks, at the midterms, Congress undergoes more reconstruction than Joan Rivers' face. Rest in peace. Here's the bad news. Compared to the glamorous presidential elections, not many people vote in the vital midterm elections. During the 2010 midterm elections, 32% fewer people voted than the 2008 presidential election. Can you believe it? If presidential elections were broadcast on primetime ABC, then the midterm elections could only swing the Tuesday afternoon slot on Oxygen. We're urging all the viewers at home to vote in the midterm elections. Midterm elections offer a unique and rare opportunity to shift power in Congress. The talk of this year's red carpet is whether Republicans can win enough seats to control the House and the Senate. EGOT, anyone? More on that when we return. Stay tuned for more awards and midterm election coverage right after this message from our sponsors.
Kusha Navidar doesn't just host the bad news, he is the bad news. How can you trust Kusha to give you news about America when he's from a place most Americans wouldn't dream of going? Upstate New York. Can you trust a man who once ate half of her monster? By himself? Can you trust a man who dresses like a gay Captain Hook? Kusha Navidar. Let's make him old news. This message approved by Chloe Lipinski for Bad News Host.
Have we got some drama on the red carpet this year? Republicans are trying to steal the seats from the House from Democrats. Both parties want a majority in the House so they can screw the other side up. If Congress won a daytime Emmy, it'd be for Best of Soap Opera. There's no better place to watch people in fancy outfits trying to screw each other to get more power. For you folks at home who want to join the fun and vote for your own governor, state rep, or senator, visit this website, included in the description of this video for more information. When we come back, the 2014 midterm election campaign winners. To close out our show, let's give our own Bad News Awards to midterm candidates. Best Scandal Cover-Up. The winner for Best Scandal Cover-Up goes to South Dakota Senate hopeful Mike Rounds. The FBI is investigating whether Rounds tried to hide a program that sold green cards to international investors in exchange for state funding. Man, who covered that one up?
It's handled.
Worst Performance by an Incumbent. The award for Worst Performance by an Incumbent goes to Montana Senator John Walsh. He dropped out of his bid for re-election when it was discovered that he plagiarized large parts of his master's degree thesis. This explains the paper's familiar title, Green Eggs and Ham. Least Tasteful Advertisement. And finally, the award for Least Tasteful Advertisement goes to Texas gubernatorial candidate Wendy Davis. She ran an attack ad shaming her opponent Greg Abbott for being in a wheelchair.
A tree fell on Greg Abbott. He sued and got millions.
Abbott hopes that all the negative press Davis has garnered from the ad will lead him to a roll-away victory. That's the show for this week. Stay tuned for more bad news, and until then, here's something good. Hi there! Look at me now. I'm almost complete. I'm getting ready for the midterm elections.
The government's version of an awards show.
The government's version of an awards show.
Keep watching to see how much the midterms and award shows have in common.
It's news. Bad.